Hey friends, I wanted to talk to you about something that we hear a lot. A lot of coaches and motivational speakers and someone offering a course, they talk about the work, okay? Someone doing this kind of work does this. I write it. I don't always say it out loud. So even just saying it kind of just feels different. But the work, this kind of work, okay? There's a work before you get to the work. I'm hosting a retreat tomorrow. And every single woman that I get to serve tomorrow had to do a lot of work to get to that kind of work, okay? I know it's a play on words because I like to do that anyway, but as I'm sitting down, I was like, I need to talk to the women who are preparing for this retreat, but then also those that saw it as work, okay? Because it is both and. When we prepare, when we say yes to something, we have a lot of other things in place already. We have a lot of things that need to be prepared. We need to set the stage. We need to set our intentions as we go into something. And other things still need to get done, right? And so going into this retreat, as I was preparing this space for women, it's a Friday. It's a time to take that time for yourself, whether it's a day off to have a 3-day weekend, whether it's personal development day, professional development day, a paid day off, right? But to take that time, it is work to get to that work. And I just want to be in gratitude for the pre-work, for the work that is done before we get to do the work, okay? The work in retreat is redefining and reestablishing who it is that you are, what you do, putting the words and definitions and intentions and boundaries about what you do. And then we get to implement, we get to integrate, and that is how we do the thing, okay? So that is the work that we will be doing. We'll be covering 4 of the 6 resilience pillars in ways that we can tangibly see and hold them at arm's length so we can then actually do something with them, okay? That is the work that we're doing in retreat. But like I'm saying, there's a lot of work that is done beforehand, even for those that couldn't say yes to Friday's session. And so that would include, generally, if you're going to a retreat, whether it's Friday's retreat or not, generally you'll have some sort of pre-work. So this is everything from what to bring, what is being asked of you. Maybe there's a pre-worksheet. I've got one on clarity and setting your compass, right? That capacity. And so we do some pre-work. But then maybe there's a checklist, okay? Like what's being asked of you, not only in going to the retreat, but what are you leaving behind? What things need to be done before, lists of things that can be done before, and what can wait until after. Something we do in the in-between in retreat is grace. We allow ourselves space between those two things, okay? But saying yes to a retreat, you're doing some of that work beforehand. And I just want to celebrate that. Again, no matter what you've said yes to, you've done work to get to that yes. And then whatever that yes is, let that be the work. Okay? Again, we get to do a certain type of the work in a retreat setting. And you get to do that too. Okay? I just want to give that to you. One list. I wrote a list because if you don't know me already, I'm a list girl. And so one list that I bring to the table for those saying yes to retreat. And actually, in writing this list, I'm like, this needs to be a list for everybody. So I'll work on getting that to everybody. But when we have a checklist in front of us to something that we've said yes to, okay, it allows us to hold all the things at arm's length. It allows us to see things for what they are, to hold that space, to do the work before the work. So I wrote a list. This is a quick checklist for any and all retreat goers of what's being asked for you, what can you bring, all the things, so that your brain isn't working so closely on the one thing, the goal, the yes, the retreat. It's, life. We have to hold things at arm's length so we can see all the things in place, okay? Because if we don't, things get left out, they get forgotten, it's not as fun, just all the things. So, my list. Snacks, hydration, set your intention, journal before you go. Let some things out. In my pre-work, there's space for that too, right? There's those open-ended things so that we can set some things aside or hold them at arm's length, whatever needs to be done. Another is your household needs, whether it's meal plans, childcare, what have you. Like having a little bit more of a written plan makes that transition smoother, okay? What to wear. I'm just going off my list and it is not in order yet. Review your schedule. Zoom out. Okay, if I do grocery pickup here or move this over there or change the delivery on that, what needs to move? And this is a very similar checklist to going on vacation, only this is just you, just for a day or a weekend or what have you. Things that can be done before, a list of things that can be done before, and a list of things that can wait until after. Okay, so these can be fluid, things can get set aside or put to the before or the after, right? We can shift, but having a list, just writing it out so that again, that transition is smoother, okay? Because when we say yes to this kind of work, when we say yes to a retreat, a webinar, a convention, a what have you, we have work to do still before we go and do the work, okay? I just want that to be what you remember about this week. And I know some of us, we're not all going to a retreat tomorrow, okay? I get that. So I just want to give you that list because you are preparing for something, whatever that thing is, the full day of this, even if it's the day at the zoo, that. You can take a list like this and you can make that experience 10 times more impactful on who you are and what you do and how you do it. Okay. So I've got this retreat tomorrow. I'm actually recording or doing a separate recording as well for a DIY retreat experience. Again, so that we can make time for that work, okay? Because maybe my schedule and this Friday didn't work for you, but I want that for you, okay? I think that's all I have for you today. I'm excited, and I truly, as I was writing this morning and then making my couple notes to get on here and making my list, right, to share with you, I come with so much gratitude Because when you say yes to something, like I said, whether it's a retreat or a day at the zoo, it's kind of the same thing. We have to do the work to get to the work. And I want that for you. Because if we're not working, we don't get to do the work. And I'll have this list ready for you soon, because I feel like this is something that I need to give away as well. But know that things are open and available to you. Tomorrow's retreat is full, but like I said, I've got a DIY experience that I'm working on as well, so that when the season or time calls for it, you can say yes, right? So with that, I'm excited for you. Wherever that next thing is for you, make it awesome and do the work. All right. Talk soon.